Hi, this is Jen, and welcome to our 31st edition of the Chat Box. I'm here with Liz Farron, our beautiful co-host, and today we have Miss Terry. We have
Still Tracy, not
still
Terry.
Tracy, not Terry. One of my best friends is Terry Long. So,
That's so funny.
so that popped out of my head. We're here with Tracy Long from The Barn, which is an amazing aerial yoga studio and so much more. And so please tell us about kind of the services that you have and what you guys do. And we tried to have a big contraption come in today.
That was really funny. Like 10 feet high, we were not going to be safe, so
instead, we're going to hear about how lovely it is, because it's a really cool service that you offer, and just so many different ways to be in touch with your body and your mind, and in a really fun, exciting way. So
I can tell you have a little aerial experience because you can speak to it that way.
Yes, absolutely.
I think when people haven't experienced aerial, they kind of skew two ways. One, like they're afraid of it. It sounds scary, which it really isn't. And then the other way is that they think it's frivolous.
Really?
And it's not either of those. But The Barn, we opened June 17th, so we're still a very new business.
In Minturn.
In Minturn, yay Minturn, we love Minturn.
I love it, yeah.
Go Minturn, go Minturn. I've lived in Minturn since 2003, so
Oh, wow.
I'm a big fan of Minturn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's a long time.
That is a long time. I love our little town. So I had a studio in the Minturn Business Park, and that was from 2017 through the summer of 2020.
Okay.
And like many fitness studios, we really didn't survive that COVID chapter well. We closed, we rehomed our aerial programming to the Edwards Fieldhouse.
Oh, okay. I heard about that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that was fun for a while.
It was fun, and it was literally a lifesaver because we were able to keep our aerial group together. We were able to grow our aerial group, grow our skills, and it really was evidence that a new studio was needed. And we had been in the process, even before we closed during COVID, of trying to create a more aerial-centric home.
Oh, okay.
And so that search began in 2019, and now that you know that I'm so dedicated to Minturn, it was near impossible to find a space that was appropriate for aerial. So here in studio, we had talked about doing a small rig so you guys could try it out here while we're on here, but now you just have to come to me, and I'm really excited about that.
Come on site with the Chat Box.
We can't even ride a bike, so we're
It's true.
better off.
It's probably better for our health that it's not here today.
Well,
to our lack of
Yeah.
yoga prowess.
What does aerial do for people?
a lot, and I will be honest, I am very committed to the fact that it's exceptionally empowering for women. Now, I'm not going to say that men cannot have equal benefits of empowerment, but women, I think, get a lot out of it because women have the right mentality to receive instruction and work on a skill for some amount of time. They don't need immediate accomplishment or gratification. They are able to commit, and it's really exciting to see the development of a student go from here, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, to here, oh my God, look what I can do. And so for me, that's kind of what's going on in the background. Even though a student might walk in the door and all they're looking for is something new, something different, something fresh, something happy in their life, and all of those things will happen in the span of one aerial class.
Wow.
I know.
I love it.
I'm going to say I feel like life is challenging for everyone.
Right.
And we deserve a time out from the heaviness of all of those challenges. So our studio is really well set up for that time out, break, happy, joy, joy. But for people who find that they love it and they want to go more than once,
Right.
I see that really, that confidence building, that dedication, that excitement. And we do have a really lovely community that cares about each other.
See, I love that, but you also get really strong, right? Like the core strength and the upper body. Go ahead, Dee. I need that. Go ahead. I'm here.
Okay, so if you haven't noticed, most women do not, unless they're like, oh, I'm going to go lift some weights. Most women do not use their upper body, even for a super active mountain people. We are all legs, 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 legs.
And
We
then the
have-
arms are like flapping around out there like no.
Because we ski and we bike and we love those things and we're good at those things and those things bring us much joy. But the upper body strength just isn't there for most women. And in aerial, it is the exact opposite.
Right.
It's all upper body and core.
I love it.
And, you know, again, for a woman starting at square one, it takes a little time and patience to build up that strength.
Well, just to be able to pull yourself up
Yes.
alone, and then the tricks and, you know.
Right, and the
Coordination.
stronger you get, the safer those tricks become. But it's also self-regulating. If you don't have the strength, you can't do a certain more difficult skill that's out of your skill set. It's really kind of interesting that way. The strength tracks with the development of the difficulty.
Okay, well that makes sense, and it's probably really good for your psyche, for just getting out of your own self, doing,
I love that you're saying that.
you know.
Yes. So whether it's aerial yoga, which we offer, or aerial acrobatics, which we offer,
Wow.
I would say that's true for different reasons. I've been teaching yoga now for 16 years, and in a regular floor practice at times, you can see this happen with students where, you know, they're moving and they are somewhat paying attention, but you can tell they're distracted. They're checking their Apple Watch.
Oh, really?
They're, you know,
Wow.
just not quite moving with the class.
Maybe it becomes cumbersome, like the same routine over and over. And
I think it's super hard for people to like set aside all those distractions. I really do.
it's so important.
And then with aerial, the aerial element, there's a little survival. Thanks for the music. Love it. There's an element. It's like lizard brain, survival. You know,
I have
survival, like, oh my God, I don't want to fall. So you're paying a different type of attention
Okay.
with the aerial
Oh,
element.
I got it. You're protecting yourself
There's
too.
there's just this like little survival instinct of,
Okay.
and people just hone in and pay attention. Have you been experiencing that in class?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because you have to think of every single muscle that you're engaging, like while you're holding up. And you also, what I love about it is that there's an element of trust that you have to bring to the equipment that you're using that you don't necessarily need like in a regular yoga class, but it's kind of trusting like the silks that you're using. Or I'm not sure, you do acrobatic stuff, I'm sure it's kind of the same similar feeling where it's just like, okay, like I have to like give in to this fear, which is part of why I love it, because you have to like trust the ropes and the, you know, whatever you're using. And then once you do that and you can kind of get into position, like you kind of develop this weird, like, oh my God, like I can do this and my body can do this. And like, I didn't think I'd ever be upside down, like, hey.
It's cathartic, right?
It's very cathartic, yeah. And then it's such a strength workout too that, you know, and it's, for me when I first started, they were asking us to do push-ups like while we were on these ropes, and it took me at least 4 times before I could do it. And then once I started being able to do it, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then you keep wanting to do it and push yourself and test your strength. And, you know, it's just this fun, like, give and take of learning to trust what you're doing with your body and the silks. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing and a fun experience.
That. Alicia introduced us, and
Yeah.
she's amazing, and I know she works with you, and she's also an amazing acupuncturist. But I mean, she's told me, I've even seen her do some shows, some aerial
You've
shows.
seen her do trapeze.
Yes.
Yes. So
It's
Alicia
amazing.
trained in Boulder at Frequent Flyers in their professional program.
Oh.
So we're really lucky to have her up here in the mountains. Up here in the mountains, you know, I mean, every single business that you encounter is going to tell you that they have difficulties with attracting the right employees. We are so niche and specialized with the aerial component that, yes, I feel grateful that we have a few wonderful instructors. And, you know, the barn, building the new studio, we made sure that we had a component for 2 instructors to live on site. So they have little micro apartments.
That's wonderful. I love that.
We were
They could
able
just
to
bungee in.
Yeah, right.
From
They
the
could
ceiling.
come in their slippers with their hair not done. Right.
Mission Impossible style.
Yeah, right. I love that.
Dun, 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 dun.
I would eat it.
I love that. That's amazing. So is there also a dance element to what you're doing in the aerial classes, or how are you incorporating that? Because I know you just hosted a dance event last Friday.
With Kimberly from the
With
Vail
Kimberly,
Valley
our
Theater
very, very
Company.
best friend. Yes.
We love Kimberly.
She's amazing.
The most talented girl.
She really
She
is.
is.
She does all of the choreography for
And knits
Vail
while
Valley
she's
Theater
doing
Company.
everything.
Yeah.
Does she knit and do aerial?
Did you see her knit in the last show?
Yeah,
during
we were in the
Villains?
last show.
Okay, so she's knitting and knitting,
Yeah.
and I'm like, seriously? She's making a whole sweater while she's
I know.
performing.
I know. She's
Yes.
incredible.
Amazing.
Yes. So here's the terminology I would use: fish out of water. So aerialists are comfortable performing on their apparatus. You stick them on the floor, they look a little out of place and even awkward and borderline like just lost.
So funny.
So Kimberly was helping us with
Oh, nice.
moving more comfortably on
Oh, I
the
love
floor
that.
and more intentionally with presence.
I love that. Feet
So-
on the ground.
Feet on the
Yeah.
ground.
Okay.
So, yes.
I love that. How long have you been wanting to get something like this involved with the community?
Well, it sort of accidentally happened
Oh, yeah.
to me.
I like that.
I was involved at the Westin, and we did an aerial yoga teacher training. There were 3 of us involved in that. It was me, Morgan Koulis, and Tanya Miller. And that was in 2014.
Gotcha.
And so we brought aerial yoga to the Westin, and it was at that point that I started thinking, I would love to have my own studio. And I think this is a dream of many yoga teachers, to have
Absolutely.
their own space and really connect deeply with students. So that's when I opened in 2017 my little studio, but I did not know at that time that our little tiny aerial yoga studio, which was not bigger than this room, would attract aerial acrobats.
Wow.
And that became such a big part of our little community that that's more the direction we've moved in.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense, and it's great that you bring something a little different. We have a lot of yoga teachers, a lot of yoga classes, and I know there's a lot of different variables to yoga. But when you bring it into the aspect of flying and being free and being strong and empowered,
Oh, I can't
It's just
wait
a
for you to try
whole
this.
nother level.
I really
I can't even
wait.
stand on my feet.
I can't wait for you to try this.
I will try it. I really want to. I have 0 strength in my upper body, and I need it. Getting older, it's not fun. And I want to feel empowered.
Can I share something really cool with you?
Yeah.
So in aerial yoga or acrobatics, grip strength is a very important part of the practice.
Okay.
And most of us, especially because all we do is this.
Yes.
Yeah, or this
My thumbs
if you're
are
a
very
two-thumb
strong.
typer. Most of us don't have that. We're losing that ability. And this is really important because on a microcellular level, your grip strength is sending a message to your brain that you are still young, strong, and vital and should not be kicked out of our tribe and eaten by lions and tigers.
Oh my.
Oh my. It is so important for your health.
Excuse me.
Such a
Okay.
crazy thing,
Yeah.
right? You wouldn't know it until you're like 82 and the doctor hands you a ball and is like, squeeze on this.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm going to tell you, if a doctor is handing you a ball to work on your grip strength, it's too late.
We have to practice our squeezing.
So, yes. Yes. So
The grip.
crazy thing.
Well, it's true. I mean,
Well, I've
you
also
know.
heard it's related to your heart. Like, so if you,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yes.
So if you're losing
heart meridian.
exactly, yeah. And so if you're losing the strength, then your heart is like not pumping it in the way that it should be. Exactly. So it is.
Is that why you have to go like this before they stick you in the arm with a needle or test your blood pressure? You always have to.
I thought this was to constrict the blood to make your blood vessel bigger.
Well, that's
But
probably.
I'm not sure because I am not a doctor.
Well, you should.
I'm an aerial yoga
You're a yoga
instructor.
doctor.
Damn
I'm
it.
just a yoga
I
teacher.
love this. So if somebody is new, like I would be,
Yay!
what
Yes.
would be the process to start?
A walk in our door.
Okay,
love
that's
that.
easy enough.
There's
Now what?
there's no special requirements. The one thing I would say is if you're a brand new student and you want to try aerial, so if it's aerial yoga, there are no requirements, but please tell me if you've ever experienced any vertigo, because that can be a thing, and I want everyone to have a good experience, not a, oh my gosh, I feel sick experience.
Yeah, right? Okay.
And I can manage that in a class
Oh,
to make
wow.
sure that doesn't happen.
I actually do have vertigo, so. there you
You're
have it.
not the only one.
Oh, I know, it's weird. It's weird.
But so when you're doing a class, is it individualized attention, or do you have
Like
like
a group.
multiple setups at the same time, and so everybody's doing the same thing and following along with instruction?
We're set up for 8
Gotcha.
Wow.
at the moment. We are doing an aerial sound bath later this month.
Ooh,
where-
I love sound baths. I
I
would love to do
know.
that. We have to do that.
Bathing in the air.
Floating, and
Okay, floating.
floating in the vibration of sound. It's going to
Nice.
be very cool.
Oh, I definitely want to do that. That sounds amazing.
When's that? So
So that one's going to be on Sunday, November 24th. But
Okay.
I will tell you, ladies, I mean, we have done 0 advertising except on Instagram, and it's basically sold out. So,
wow.
I love that.
so
Good
Well,
for you.
congratulations.
Hey,
That's
good for
amazing.
you.
Yeah.
yay, yay.
Something special and something different. And it's in Minturn, so it's all good. Everything about
All
it is
good.
great.
We'll
And
do that again in January. January, the whole month is your month to heal.
oh,
So we're doing special events
I need.
all the way around your month to heal.
I love that. Oh my God, we need that.
Yep.
Maybe more than 1 month to heal.
You're here to
But that's
Yikes.
optimistic, and I like
So
it.
when you're going through a lot of stuff, crap, anxiety, whatever, and you go into a class, do you leave feeling better because you've almost been focusing on just that? So
Correct.
it takes everything and kind of
Correct.
stores
Have
it.
you ever seen, I wish I could quote this correctly. It's something like, so you come to yoga and you leave and 56% of your problems have been solved.
Wow.
I believe in that.
Or
Absolutely.
at least they don't seem as big.
A lot of the little stuff after a class just disappears,
Oh, wow.
and it's no longer like running you, that low-grade anxiety and stress.
Well,
Okay.
there's really something magical about being able to go into the body and to really be focused on, like,
Yeah.
you know, why is this feeling, or like which way is this muscle moving, and like, you know, just being inside of your body for that amount of time. It's very meditative and restorative.
Embodiment.
Embodiment, exactly.
Everyone has a body. It's a tool. You have it already. It's great. Yes.
No, it's worth it to
Absolutely.
take care of yourself no matter where you are in life and age-wise, anything. And if you could push yourself above the limits of your comfort zone, it's so fun. You know?
It's fun. It's not fun for everyone to be out of their comfort zone, but it is still healthy.
Okay.
It's healthy to explore discomfort in a very safe space. Even if, like, you look at a picture on Instagram of what we're doing and you're like, oh, holy crap, it's safe. We have put so much thought into designing the building to be appropriate and safe for
Nice.
aerial acrobatics.
I love that. I love
So
it.
there is steel that you can see with the naked eye, but what you can't see is there's steel in the walls from the foundation to the peak of the roof to stabilize our rigging points up
Wow.
high. Yeah.
That's comforting to know, and I'm sure you have mats to land on in case, you know?
We have professional mats. They're wonderful. And I was just watching our kids class this week, and little kids are fearless, and so they go and then they go plunk, and every time they do it, we're
hurt
like
themselves.
glad we have good mats.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, for an adult, if they have any kind of issues, do they have to stay away, or can they still work on something like that and just make it stronger and work on?
Totally interesting to me. Most of my regular students tend to be older and love the aerial because it feels better on their bodies, the aerial yoga, than it does on the floor.
Wow.
Because they have joint issues.
Yeah.
And it is more compassionate. They can navigate their practice better with the aerial hammock than they can with the dominant element is gravity and earth for them when they're on the floor, and it really hurts their joints.
I get that. Okay.
And then with the aerial component, with the prop of the aerial yoga hammock, they find so much freedom and support.
Absolutely. That's my favorite part of the.
I know. I'm so glad you tried it because you were trying to get me to do it.
I haven't been to the barn, but I've done the Weston one multiple
My
times.
neck was bugging me, so I did not go with her. But now it's okay a little bit, so I want to try. I want to try it really bad.
It is magical. It really is an interesting
new,
experience.
To feel that weightlessness and.
Well, and to challenge two people think that they're not good at yoga, so they can't do aerial yoga, it's a very different experience. So like,
really,
totally, completely different experience. And so like, I encourage you to try it because, I mean, it's so fun. It's it really is a unique experience that I think is.
So tell us your hours, your types of classes, and how to get
what's coming up.
And what's
don't you have something
coming?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, we have lots of things coming up.
I forgot.
Yeah. We
My
can
notes
talk
are not
until
here.
next Tuesday. Our hours, we have a pretty full schedule. Most days we start either at 8:30 or 9:15 with floor yoga or aerial yoga. And our hours, you really have to check the schedule because we go heavy in the morning until about 1 o'clock, and then we start in the afternoons or evenings, and we go until 8 or 9 o'clock.
Oh, wow, that's great for everybody. So no excuses about your job or your work or your life.
We really are aiming at our local community as our audience.
I like it.
Of course, visitors are welcome, but we really are aiming at our local community.
Which is great because that's what we're all about,
And I experienced this at the Weston. I'd want to, and with hotel guests, you have to do this. You have beginners in class every time.
Yes.
You have to make sure class is safe and appropriate for where they're at, which is day one. Aiming towards a local community with people who come more regularly, you can take them on a different journey.
That's awesome.
And so both are great, both are needed, and I love beginners. I'm a teacher who does love teaching beginners, but you can never take your students somewhere if every time in class you have a beginner.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, so you have to move them around.
So do you have courses then where it's like starting on this date to this date? You move through a...
We don't, except for our kids program.
Gotcha.
Our kids program is a little more reined in.
I'm going on that one.
It's our
So
level.
you do have to be 9 to 13 years old to be in the kids program.
I love that. And I mean, it seems like you get booked real fast. How do people sign up for this if they want to? Can you go online and get a class signed up for so you don't miss out?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we offer a lot of special event experiences, and there's a lot of talk right now in the yoga community in that COVID really changed fitness.
Changed a lot.
Interesting.
It
How so?
disrupted many businesses, but for our model, pre-COVID, there was only 5% of fitness classes available online. So take your brain back there to where everyone would come to the studio or the athletic club, and they were basically held hostage by those schedules.
Yep. Yeah.
COVID happened, and now it's 75 to 79% of fitness offerings happen online. So now people are used to having their fitness when they want it.
Right. Okay.
Gotcha.
And so from the studio business side, it is very interesting and challenging to figure out how do we meet studio students in real time in a way that works for them. So that's why we've got quite a bit of offerings on the schedule. Yoga, aerial acrobatics. We're trying to meet people where they're at.
Nice. I like that because that way you don't feel like you're holding people back or you're keeping people from moving forward.
We want to be welcoming and inviting.
I love that. Yeah.
We want it for people, for it to work in people's lives. We want them to come.
Well, it's needed,
Sure.
So.
Sure. So our regular schedule, you can sign up for a class. There's no problem. So what's happening in the yoga studio world is it's becoming, or at least my opinion is, it's becoming a little more special event side heavy.
I know you have one big coming up next month.
We have so many events happening right now. We have an event tonight that is a breathing and journaling workshop. We have an event tomorrow that's a deep dive into the energetics of yoga.
Wow.
Yep, working with what's called the Vayus. It's the energy centers in the body.
Oh.
So that's what's happening this weekend.
Wow.
Right. So, and these events are attracting a lot of attention, whereas our regular classes come. Some of them fill, some of them don't. That's totally normal. We want people to come and experience.
I love this. And for the regular classes, adults, what?
14 and up.
Oh, okay, good.
14 and up.
So I just got noticed that you're going to be doing like a winter performance. Is that correct? Yeah. So tell us about that.
Yeah.
What is that going to look like? And are you accepting people to join that and be a part of it?
Oh, should be good.
What would you like to do in our show?
Oh, I don't
Sing.
know. Hang from the ceiling? I'm not sure.
She can sing upside down.
I need to know more about this acrobatic yoga part. So.
Yeah,
So
tell us about the
I
show.
will tell you.
Yeah.
Our winter student showcase is an opportunity for our students who have been working all fall on new skills and new routines to show their work.
Oh my God, I love that. Maybe TVA can show up and film it, and then we can
Wow, okay.
show the community.
Sure.
Oh, good.
Wow.
I just thought, work for you, Nick. Sounds good.
So it's an important element of aerial acrobatics to be working towards something. Then we'll pause and we'll go back to classes where we're working on new skills and techniques.
Okay.
So it's kind of a normal rhythm.
Right, but it's growth too.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly. And the performance element's fun, as both of you know.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, we love that too.
We
But
have
I
the
mean,
bug.
the biggest part for us is knowing that it helps you with your mind, your body, your emotional feelings,
Your
and your
mental
state
health.
of mind. Yes.
Yes.
So that's why we love having you here, because of that. That's why we do the chat box. But it gets you in shape and it makes you feel great about yourself and you meet people.
It does, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like the aerial component tends to draw people who feel like they haven't found their home.
Oh, okay. I get that, yeah. And there's
That feel a little awkward in other spaces.
But there's so many people that feel that way, so they might want to go to this, and that might be their new family. And
Right.
it's so important.
So we have aerial, we have yoga, we have aerial yoga, we have aerial acrobatics, we have acro, which draws
Not aggro, but acro.
Exactly.
I'm really mad, but I'm going to hang upside down.
That'd probably be helpful.
Acro is really, really fun, and it tends to draw a younger crowd, and it's all partner work. If you've ever experienced
you're
that.
right. Yeah. Oh, my friend Jill does it. You hold
Yes.
people up,
Yes.
kind of like a Dodge, a little, but
Yeah.
you're not spinning on a wheel.
So,
Okay, so we have about 10 minutes.
oh wow.
Give us
Events, is that what you want?
Yeah, we want events and everything.
Winter Magic
That's
is
what it's
our
called.
student show.
Okay, gotcha.
It is Friday, December 6th, 5 o'clock and 7:30 shows. It's $15 for adults.
Oh, that's
Kids
it?
4 and under free. It's a student show.
I love it.
It's not going to be perfectly produced. It's about giving people performance opportunities in front of their friends.
I love
Oh, that's amazing.
And then on the solstice, so December 20th and 21st, we have a more professional show, but it is an entire wellness experience where there will be a movement class and heart journaling, and then a performance of a collaboration of local artists. So we have Hannah Bell, who is a cello and
Oh, I
harp.
know her. I adore her. She's absolutely the most
it. Is
talented
that the one we
person.
saw at Route 6? Oh
Yes,
my God,
she's
wow.
so incredible.
Wow, what a voice, too. So she's a musician and singer and teacher, and so she is a really huge part of this production.
Okay.
We have Kylin Trussell, who is our very strong silk, sling, lyra teacher.
Okay.
And she has really poured her heart into this. And then we have Morgan Coulis, who is creating the floor component, the dance element.
Okay.
So
You've
it's
got it
gonna
all
be
covered.
Amazing,
really,
yeah.
really cool.
I want to be involved so bad right now. I mean,
You're
it just sounds. I
invited.
know it just sounds like something that
Consider yourself
who would not want to be involved.
You're invited.
I love that. It's
You're
so exciting.
invited.
And it's going to help your mental state and your physical and everything else. So that's what's important. And I just want to thank you so much for coming here and giving us all this great information about what you do. And thanks for being here for everybody, because you really are passionate. And we can tell that you really, really love what you do, and you want people to come in and learn and grow and be good with their mental selves.
I do. I do care.
Yeah.
If you are in my sphere and in my world, I do care deeply.
I love that. Okay. We have to wrap it up already. This has been a fast show. Well, first of all, I want to say that we have dedicated today's show to JJ Gamel. She has passed. We're going to go to her celebration of life after this. And it's very sad, so it's hard to talk about. But we've been going through a lot of, emotional stuff. So when I say that we would love to do what you're doing, we're not just talking about it,
No,
Yeah.
no. You are an authentic being.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. But I mean, so anybody who wants to walk into that studio can really take advantage of something.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. And what else?
Just thank you for being here.
Thank
We're so
you.
excited to support.
Come be in
yes,
the Winter Magic Showcase.
I would love to. That's amazing.
Okay.
I heard you also had
She
like a
should be,
magician. She used to be a magician's assistant.
I was a
so
magician's assistant.
this
I
is
could
also
fit in a
right up
box
your
this
alley.
big.
Oh, oh my gosh.
I know. I have a lot
That's
of
a
weirdness.
crazy skill.
It really is.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I think you'd be perfect. So there's that. And if anybody wants to get involved with that, they take the classes, then they can shine.
Our next student
Yay.
showcase will be the first week of May, Flora and Fauna.
Oh my God, I love that so much. We can't thank you enough for being
Thank you.
Some last words to get people intrigued and ready to roll. And ready to fly.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
We're not live on YouTube or anything like that.
If this sounds at all interesting to you, you're going to love it. I know
Absolutely.
I know.
Simple but
It's
true.
so
I like
fun.
it. No, it's very true. It's in Minturn. And what's the website and stuff?
The Barn Minturn.
Well, that's easy enough. I like that. Okay, and anything else would you like to add to get people interested?
I think I'm good.
Aw, she's the easiest guest we've ever had.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, you're awesome. Well, we
Sign
just
up
want
for some
to.
classes at the barn,
Yeah,
everyone, because
the
it's going to be
barn
amazing.
Minturn.
Yes, and the winter
Amazing.
show, the solstice show is awesome. I'm so excited about
Oh,
that. I think
cool.
we're.
Now you get to see Jen be in it. So I'm really excited. So I love it. Thank you for being here
Thank
with us.
you.
It's the Barn and Minturn, you guys. And we have come to you live from the TV8 studios. Thanks to Danielle and Nicholas for being here for us. Live on
Thanks,
YouTube. You'll see us on
guys.
Good Morning Vail this weekend after both shows. Thanks for tuning in to